everyone, it's Heidi from HB Paper Crafts, coming to you live with project number 9 of the 12 days of Christmas. And we're Facebook Live tonight, so I'm just taking a couple seconds. Oh, and now I can hear myself, so we need to correct that little issue. Bear with me here. There we go. That one's crisis averted. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Shelly. All right, I can see that we're in the right spot. That was a first. I forgot to mute my computer, so I guess I will learn that lesson. So tonight I have, again, this is the 9th project for my 12 days of Christmas. You remembered on time tonight. Well, thanks for joining in. I appreciate you guys watching. This little box I made specifically for this Lindt truffle bar that I found. I actually found this at our local dollar store, and I thought, oh, that's a cute little gift. So I decided that I would make a box to fit this little chocolate bar. So this one this evening is using the Cup of Christmas. So we're going to use the stamp set Cup of Christmas. We're going to use the poinsettia and one of the phrases. And then, oh, wrong dies. Hello, Heidi. I am just a hot mess tonight. And then the dies that go with the Cup of Christmas set, I used the greenery, and then the poinsettia die actually cuts out the flower. So we used a couple of dies from that as well. And then my little label that's on the front of the box, we're using the stitched nested label dies, which is a super awesome set we've used before in a live, but it has the stitching on both the tag and then the negative space of the tag. So this is a cool set. And then we're also going to use some DSP. I'm still using up my stash from the Come Together Designer Series paper. This is that Designer Series paper that I really love. It's got that farmhousey vibe to it. And it was specifically for fall, but the other sides are kind of a neutrally, and this is just a burlap with polka dots that I'm using. That's going to be the outside of the box. All right, so we are actually going to start with the DSP. This piece of DSP measures 4.5 by 9.5. And I'm going to take out my scoreboard. And on the short side, we're going to score at 1 1/4, at 2, at 3 1/4, and I am doing it on the long side. Lord have mercy. Oh, maybe I should have started with a glass of wine tonight. Is that bad to do before you get live on Facebook? So I'm going to take another piece of that DSP, and we're just going to start over. Oh, goodness. So this is what not to do, an instructional video of what not to do. All right, so I've already got this piece at 9.5, and then we're going to go to 4.5 on the paper trimmer here. All right, let's try this over again. Now, on the actual short side, which means here, we're going to score at 1 1/4, at 2, at 3 1/4, and at 4. And then on the long side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch, at 1 1/4, and at 8 3/4. So I also believe I started with the wrong measurements. So start with the second measurements, and I'll post the scoring lines in the description of this video because I totally messed that up in the first go round. So when I'm making a box, I always like to make myself a little template so that I know how I'm going to cut it out. So it's probably hard to see because of this pattern paper, but there are some score lines at the top, and this is going to be the top of the box. So we're going to start by cutting away the top of the box that we don't need, the pieces of the box that we don't need. So I'm going to cut down that first score line and cut away the rest of this. And because of this is pattern paper, it's a little bit harder to see. So if you burnish your lines, it'll work a little bit better for you. And then on the bottom, we're going to cut up all the score lines at the bottom. And it's actually easier to see on this darker side, so I'm going to do that. And this very last little piece, we actually don't need. Hi, Angela. Well, actually, thank you for being late because I completely messed up the beginning of the video. So, you know, hey. All right, so when I make a box, I always like to do the little notches. And in the bottom of this box, this piece is actually going to be our finished piece for the bottom of the box. We're going to leave that one whole. And we're going to notch out the rest like that. And then just for ease, I'm going to notch out these edges as well. Here and here. All right, so there is our box. So for those of you who just joined me, we're making this Sweet Christmas Wishes box, and this is for a Lindt truffle bar that I found at the store, and I thought would make a cute little gift. So in the, and it's easier in this one because it's plain, but in the second piece of our, or the second column of our box, we're actually going to make a little notch, and that's just going to make opening the box easier. So if you see right here, it has this little notch. It's just going to make getting at that tab a little bit easier. So I'm going to notch it out here. All right, so now we'll go ahead and we'll burnish all of our lines here. Hi, Georgia. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're making a little chocolate truffle bar box. And the second time's the charm because I messed up my first go round. So if you go back and watch, you might have a good chuckle at me, but it's real. You should see how many pieces of paper I throw away when I'm trying to make a template for something. All right, so there we go. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to glue this down here. We're going to glue the whole long side, which is going to be the tab to hold our box. And on the center line, this should actually fold and match up perfectly on the edge. And that's how you know your box is square. All right, so then I'm going to fold in the little tabs and then the tab I notched out. And this one that we left whole, this is how you get that finished look. So the finished look is going to be down here. And the reason we cut out that one is just to give you, I like to make sure my flap is going towards the back and gives you the finished look on the box. So we're going to glue down this flap that we left whole. The Tombow liquid glue is my favorite, the multi-glue for making boxes. They hold together really nicely. Alright, so then this folds in here and the box part is done. So to make it easier to assemble, I'm just going to slide my chocolate bar in there. So then that gives us something, sort of a base. Okay, so then I have my little shape, stitched, nested shape here, and we're going to stamp our greeting, which is the Sweet Christmas Wishes, and that comes out of that Cup of Christmas stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp it in the center, and hope my head doesn't get in the way, and we get it straight. There's that. And then also in this set is a little poinsettia. This little image here. So this is the image that we're going to stamp to go on the front of our box. So to get a little scrap of Whisper White, and I'm using the Memento black ink because we're going to color the little poinsettias with blends. And the Memento ink is what you want to use when you're using the blends, the alcohol markers. And then it won't bleed on you. So that I didn't have to pull my Big Shot into the frame, I actually cut these out. These little dies come in the Cup of Christmas die set. You can cut out the poinsettia that goes with this set. And so I already have those cut out. I am going to color the poinsettia first with the light, and then I'll go in and I'll shade it with the dark. Has anybody made any of the projects from the 12 Days of Christmas? Are you guys liking these videos? I've had fun making them. Gives me a reason to create for sure. And I like sharing the projects with you guys. Alright, so then after I get it all colored in with the light, we'll go back and we'll hit it with the darker color. This is not real red. I need to invest in the real red. This one is the Poppy Parade, which I sort of play off with the real red, as real red a lot. It does kind of go. It's just more of a, it's a brighter color, I think. And in some of my videos I've shown you can actually tone it down just by coloring like the ivory over the top, or one of the lighter browns over the top will tone down this red a little bit. But for this particular project, I didn't mind the really bright color of it. Oh, good. You guys are enjoying the videos. Looks like some people are going to create. Shelly, no time. I hear that. I understand that for sure. Life If only we had the time to just create and do the things that make us happy, huh? Okay, so there are those. And I did it really quickly, so I went out of the lines a little bit. Shh, don't tell. All right, so then I hit the centers. This is the dark Mango Melody. Am I right? Yes, dark Mango Melody. And I'm just going to hit the centers of these poinsettias. All right, so this little guy, I put actually behind my dies. And just going to take out all the little pieces here, which I neglected to do. There we go. But I wanted it a little bit longer. So this guy comes out of the frosted, nope, lied. Comes out of the Flourish Thin Nuts. So this just was a little accent piece that I wanted to put in the background, but I wanted it a little bit longer, so I'm just going to cut it in half. So then I can go ahead and I can spread it out, but I'm going to hide it under all of this. Hi, Wendy. All right, so I'm going to just use a glue dot on each end, here and here. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals, and I'm just going to put a dimensional on either side of this, and that's where I'm going to put my Sweet Christmas Wishes. And that's going to go right here in the center of the box. And then I have some greenery. This greenery actually comes from the same set. It comes from the Cup of Christmas set. And I went ahead and I'm going to put some greenery on either end, but the third piece you'll see I actually just took and I snipped it apart because I'm just going to use one piece per side. So I'm going to take again some glue dots, and I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one down here. And my poinsettias, I'm also going to take a dimensional, and I'm going to put those on with a dimensional here and here. And then to finish it off, I'll take these little pieces of the greenery that I cut apart, and I'm going to add them behind the poinsettia on the front of the tag. Right about in there. And this one is probably a little bit long, so I'm going to give it another little trim. And it's going to go over here. Like that. And then last but not least, well, no, actually, I have one more thing. I'm going to slip a ribbon. Because I put the dimensionals on the outside, I can slip my ribbon right through there and then decide where I want it. This is just a piece of white silk ribbon that I had lying around. We all have lots of ribbon in our stash, I'm sure. Our real red ribbon would look really pretty. I'm just grabbed what I had right in front of me. Alright, so there is my little ribbon. And then, last but not least, I'm going to take my Wink of Stella. And you can see probably on my original that I just hit the centers of those little poinsettias just for a little added bling. And there we go. So there is project number 9 of the 12 Days of Christmas. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying these projects. I hope this is something that you recreate. I really appreciate you guys popping on and watching. It's encouraging and makes me happy. So I hope you have a great evening and happy stamping. Bye-bye.